Link, don't step to me like a Kappa gamer. I'm not a gangster now, I'm more like a gamer and an anime fan. And plus that, I'm thinking poetry, but I really love rap. Or even though
Shizzy with the Xbox here with a discussion. You know, I want to talk to you. You know what I mean? I want y'all to talk back. You know, talk about my anime aesthetic. Yeah, I think it's dying. That happens a lot with everybody. When it's something you like, a hobby or a passion of yours, you don't get really sick and tired, but you're sick of sleeping around. You know what I mean? Like you've been with a lot of girls. You know what I mean? You had a lot of relationships, and now you're looking for wifey. You're looking for something to, you know, bam. And what happens if you find that girl? Everybody after her is not the same. So I want to talk about basically my anime journey until now, how I feel let down lately the past couple years with anime. But it's more, I'm just growing as a person. As a person you grow, and some shit just don't fly with you no more. I mean, that's why things supposed to grow with their audience, or the audience move on to find something that reaches their mature level, you know? So I just want to talk about my anime journey, and I would like for y'all to talk about y'all's. You know, what was the gateway anime? What was the gateway drug, you know, that got you addicted to that anime culture, anime world? And what was the anime that peaked? Like, that was the best thing you seen, and everything after that just couldn't reach that level, so you were just left unsatisfied. Nothing better than that first hit, you know what I'm saying? So let me just start with me. I said before, while I first started watching anime, I had no idea what it was. It was watching Dragon Ball Z, 6 o'clock in the morning, no, 6:30 in the morning. I think Sailor Moon came on 6 o'clock in the morning. That's why I first found it out. Like every Dragon Ball Z fan gonna say, you're gonna hear this shit regurgitated all the time online. Like, oh yeah, I saw it in the morning time. And then they always went to Planet Namek where Goku came to help out Krillin, Vegeta, and Gohan, because it was getting fucked up by Raccoon. Goku mangled Raccoon, and then right after the episode, they always go back to the beginning. So I rewatched that, like them episodes, good 4 times, I believe, until Toonami picked it up. And then of course everybody said the same thing, and it's true. After school, we ran home, baby, to watch that Toonami. And that was the work. And around that time, I was watching Pokemon. I did watch Sailor Moon. Then it was, you know, really it wasn't for me, so I started watching it. Yu-Gi-Oh! I had the Yu-Gi deck and everything. Yo, I was getting it in. Duel Monsters. Anybody got a deck? Scream at me. We can get it in. We can get it in. But where was I? Yeah, so I was watching Dragon Ball Z a lot. I watched the whole thing, and then I didn't realize the show was like made in Japan. I never had no concept of that. So while I really got into anime, while I realized Dragon Ball Z was an anime, I was it was around Christmas time, and my brother Mizaku Kami, he was really into Dragon Ball Z. He was so I started buying him Dragon Ball Z toys, and I went to KB Toy Store, and they had like the little like Dragon Ball Z like little toys, and with it they had a Dragon Ball Z movie like with it, and it was like $14. So you basically paying for the movie and getting the toys for free. So that's why I started building my collection, like my collection. So I bought, it was only 3, I believe. It was a Cooler Revenge, Cooler Returns, and I want to say Android 13. That was the movies that came with them, so I brought them. And then I started getting on my hunt for all the Dragon Ball Z movies. So I started buying all the Dragon Ball Z movies. I had no idea what Amazon was at this time, so I'm just spending mad money at FYE. Just bread. Like, I'm just spending money. And then I seen season 2 Dragon Ball Z. At this time, I didn't even know they were selling seasons, because they were selling like episodes through the Disney. It was a waste of money. So I didn't see season 1. They sold out of season 1. So I bought season 2. And then I went back and bought season 1 when I found it, and I didn't realize they just start releasing them. So therefore, as soon as I bought season 2, season 3 was releasing a month later. So that's why I got on my collection shit. So my boy Joe, he's into Dragon Ball Z. I broke him up in another video. I let him borrow like a season or 2, and he let me borrow this anime called Samurai 7. And this is the first anime I personally seen that I knew was an anime. And when I watched it, I was hooked. I love the concept. Of course, you see this shit in a lot of movies. They took a lot from it. But that's what everything. Everybody borrows from everybody. So this movie is based on the actual movie. Y'all tell me, in the 50s, was it? back in the 50s. They made was it Seven Samurai? So while I watched that shit was epic, and that got me like into like, all right, I need to step out and buy more anime. So Dragon Ball Z was my gateway. The first anime I ever seen that I knew for sure was an anime was Samurai 7. The first blind purchase I ever made was Baki the Grappler. I said that shit in another video. Baki was the first blind purchase. The chick said, yo, the shit right. She was fine. I digged her. So I bought the whole 2 seasons. You know, I bought the series. I didn't regret it. That was my shit. So that's my first blind purchase. So now I'm like getting a dolphin to the culture and shit. The first purchase I actually bought online. While I realized how much money I was spending, like at $50 a pop for Dragon Ball Z series, but yet on Amazon they're like $20 coming out the gate, or $18. So the first thing I bought online was Black Blood Brothers. First thing I bought online for the low. That shit was epic. I saw a couple episodes on like it was some shit on demand, and now I'm getting into the culture. Now I'm looking up they came out with the Save Collection. Well, Funimation started doing the Save Collection, so I started copying stuff like that, like Nabari, with the Kanama Stigma, Tower Jawaga. Like that was like I started just copying stuff that was for the low to see if I liked it, and it was like, oh cool. Now I'm getting into it, and Black Lagoon, that was crazy. That was one of the best things I've ever seen. Like I started just buying the stuff, and I didn't watch an episode of Black Lagoon. That was just believe it in the power of YouTube when people saying this is an epic series, you should watch it. So I just bought it. I went out and I bought it, and I enjoyed it. But my anime, I still had that hunger. You know what I mean? I went to that field when I saw Dragon Ball Z. I went to that field when I saw Samurai 7 for the first time, and the Black Lagoon, and there was feeding me. And the problem is, I ran into this anime. Right, and I bought a way more that I didn't mention, because Afro Samurai, I watched that, I bought that, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, I didn't watch the regular Full Metal Alchemist right away. I mean, I didn't know about it. So around Brotherhood came out, I heard good shit about Full Metal Alchemist, so I bought Brotherhood Part 1. That was a mistake. I shouldn't have done that. I should have expanded my anime, like, my knowledge first. I should have watched more anime. Me watching that, like when I watched it, because I basically watched it when it came out. So I watched Part 1, and that was the original 26 episodes, basically condensed out of regular format. But I didn't know that at the time. You know, it was just epic to me. And then I bought Part 2, and it changed my anime life. That's the first time I was watching something saying I'm watching greatness. This is my opinion. Y'all probably don't even fuck with it. You know what I mean? But when I watched it, I was like, yo, I'm watching greatness right now. Like, it was just greatness. It's hard to explain it because I don't want to give anything away, even though more like I'm guessing people already seen it. It's really epic. But that's one of the things I would never ruin, because it was great. Part 2 was the best part, and 3 came out, was very good, and 4 and 5. Now I got an anime that it's hard for me to say it's not my number 1, because I always say Dragon Ball Z my number 1, and it is because what it did for me at that time, and how many times I happened to rewatch it throughout my lifespan, for me watching it on TV, me buying it and rewatching it, and when my little brother was getting to it, rewatching it with him. So, and then that still connects to Dragon Ball. That's a lot of anime right there. So I basically grew up with Goku and them, but Edward Everett, like, he gave me that other side, that other feel, that I was like, this is epic. The writing was good. The voice acting was crazy. The action was magnificent. The animation was beautiful. Beautiful. And after that anime ended, after Part 5, I was done. It was nothing else. I felt cold inside. I felt used. It felt like I found my queen. The woman I want to marry me, and she looked at me and said, you're not good enough, and left. I didn't know what to do after that. After watching and buying and going to the Full Metal culture and hoping maybe they can make a movie a year, and started movies that was alright. You know what I mean? I ended up went back to watch original Full Metal that wasn't as good, but the movie Conquering Shambhala with that Full Metal original series made it better though. It made it like really good, and it was more like, I don't know what to do now. I'm lost. Cause no anime I watched afterwards gave me that same feel, and I watch good shit after that. And I feel like that's the anime that ruined it. Dragon Ball Z is the anime that brought me in without me knowing. Samurai 7 was the one that realized I could get into this. Baki the Grappler changed my idea of action in my anime. Of like, you know, don't have to be, it's over the top in Baki, but it don't have to, you know, but it's not over the top like Dragon Ball Z. So like, okay. And then watching series along the lines, I realized, okay, I could watch this. Samurai Champloo, that was good. And, but when I ran into Full Metal Alchemist, I'm lost. Nothing compares. Like, everything I watch, it gets me close. Like, I watched Death Note after that. And, you know, people love Death Note. It's good. You know, I don't think it's great, but that's my opinion, of course. You have your own. They're like assholes, baby. Everybody got one. So, I was just cold because I'm comparing everything to it. You shouldn't do that. You gotta let stuff breathe on its own. But it's hard. And that's the anime that ruined it for me. Only thing that kept me, like, strong is the anime movies. You know, Studio Ghibli work. I'm not good with the names, but the guy who did Wolf Children, you know, who did the Digimon movie, Summer Wars, who did what's the Girl Who Leapt Through Time, or one of those. Like Doom movies got me Stranger of the, you know, Sword of the Stranger, I believe it is. Movies like that, you know what I mean? Up on Poppy Hill, stuff like that got me still connected to the culture, but there was no series after. It wasn't. I mean, Journey is good, you know, because it's a good series. But after that, I felt cold. I don't know what to do. Do y'all have that problem? Did you watch an anime that you felt, I think I see Michael Jordan, so I can't look at Kobe Bryant the same. I like Kobe. Kobe nice. You similar to Jordan, but you just not Jordan. LeBron, I like him, but he don't got that same mentality Jordan got that I miss. I feel like Full Metal Alchemist could be the greatest anime of all time. Brotherhood could be the greatest anime of all time, pound for pound. I always would put Dragon Ball Z in front of it. And if people want to get deep into it, like, it'd be Dragon Ball Z or Pokemon, some shit like that. Who helped out the culture and had a big hit show at the time. Who helped bring over more anime, you know, because no anime today is like them animes back then with no internet exposure. I think internet helped and hurt anime because we could get it freely. We could buy something for free. Why don't we can buy something for free? That's just stupid. We could get something for free. Why buy it? I mean, I'm digging. I respect that. I mean, that's just real life. But I think it hurt it a little bit, so shows can't really, you know, grab the top. And I feel like Full Metal hurt me more than helped. I think at the time while I was watching it, I was the happiest motherfucker, man. I was like, it's that shit, nigga. There's nothing better than this. I'm looking at Goku like, ooh. I couldn't say that in front of, I had to make sure I had to turn my Dragon Ball Z like DVD around though. I couldn't say that in front of Goku face. You know, I don't want to disrespect him because he's still my number one. He's still my favorite main character. Still the most epic things I've seen is in that show. Full Metal, to me, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's a 10 out of 10. With Dragon Ball Z, if I had to, you know, I won't say it's 10 out of 10, but if I had to like break it down, it might get a 8 to a 9.5. Because what it did for the series and how much people borrow from it, I would never disrespect it. So that's still my number one. My 1A, and my 1B is Full Metal Alchemist, and that 1B fucked up everything for me, man. I'm just repeating the same shit over again. I need to stop. So I need your help. Maybe it's a series out there, you know. Maybe something that has great story, great animation, great voice acting, great action. You don't have to have a great ending because animes really don't. A good ending that could help me get off this itching fiend. Like, I'm still searching for that hit, and that hurt me. Anime movies helped me. You know, have it just something short, get it off into the world. But come to the anime series, nah, man, it's dying. It's dying. That was my mind frame. Leave a comment. Subscribe. If you already have, thank you, man, for showing love. You know what I mean, clicking on the video, giving me a little something, you know what I mean? Thumbs it up, man. You think this was bullshit? Fuck it, man. thumbs it down. Catch y'all in the next video.
She upset that I'm in the other music. She gotta understand this helps my improvement. Hip hop, you feel that I left. Well, baby, I'm streaky back. That track I will attack. Eat your Frosted Flakes. I'm at the table with my Apple Jacks. You know, writing some shit, waiting for Hove. Damn, he never showed. I guess he found J. Cole. It say come to this music shit, I'm not gonna blow. I'm like a hockey puck. I'm headed for my goal. The right president. Oh, you can check the polls. Oh, JFK, I'm with my Marilyn Monroe. But it's alternate in universe, you will not overdose.